Hello and welcome to Maple Flavored Yoga. My name is Andy, and if you have found your way to this class, I would really appreciate it if you click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new classes that I release on Mondays. Also, give it a thumbs up or a like or leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. These small, simple actions support me in creating free yoga content on this channel, and I really appreciate it. Our class today is going to be a gentle yoga flow. So this class is really nice if you're trying to unwind after a long day, if you're maybe feeling a little bit stiff and you want to just get into your physical body, move some energy throughout your being. This class is going to be great. I am going to be using a strap in this class today. So if you have a strap, that is great. If not, don't worry. You can use a towel, a tie, a scarf, a shirt, anything really. And if you don't have one with you, that's okay. You can still do all the motions without a strap and you'll still get all of the same benefits. So as always, we'll come into this space, allowing ourselves to fully arrive. Taking inventory of how we're feeling on a physical, emotional, energetic level. And just acknowledge whatever that is without having to change it. You can connect with your breath at this time as well. I would like to send my gratitude to the creators and cultivators of yoga. Without them, we would not be sharing this beautiful practice together. If your eyes were closed, you may blink them open, taking in the space around you. We're going to make our way, sorry, Dr. Claw, onto our hands and knees in tabletop. And we're going to be doing a modified cat-cow. So on an exhale, we're going to come back into child's pose. Inhale, we'll glide forward, lifting our head and dropping our bellies. Exhale, we'll curl the spine, coming back into child's pose. Inhale, we'll glide forward. Collarbones shining forward, belly to the floor. Exhale, roll back into child's pose. Inhale, glide forward. Following your own breath here. Do 2 more breaths, really linking that breath and movement. Last inhale. Exhale, we'll come into child's pose again. And from here, we're going to come into a gentle twist. So we're going to take our right arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring our hand down. We'll inhale our right arm up once again. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up, and we'll hold here for 3 breaths. You can either turn your gaze so you're looking over your thumb, or you can gaze down to the floor. Find a position that's comfortable for your neck. Make sure you're breathing into your belly here. Nice, slow, meaningful breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, we'll bring our right hand down, and we'll do that on the other side. So inhale, our left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale our left arm up and hold for 3 breaths. Next exhale, we'll bring our hands down to the mat. From here, we will take our strap and we will sit on our feet. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always come right down onto your bottom and sit as well. We're going to take our strap and take a nice wide grip here. And we're going to inhale the strap up over our head and exhale down our backs. If this is uncomfortable for you coming down behind your back, that's okay. Just come back until you feel a stretch into your shoulders. So we'll inhale back up. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And if you feel like you can start to bring your hands closer together, if your shoulders are gaining some flexibility, by all means, you can shorten your arm placement. But if not, you don't have to. There's no rush to get there. Just going at your own pace now. Just inviting some nice movement into those shoulders, across your chest. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. We'll just do a few more. This feels really good. I've been doing a lot of yard work, so my shoulders are pretty tight. A lot of shoveling stone and dirt, so this is feeling really nice for me. On your next exhale back, find a spot that feels maybe a little sticky. And if it feels comfortable, you can take a few breaths in that space to try and move that energy or that stickiness out of that space. Expand those stuck parts with your breath. Next exhale, you can release all the way down. We'll inhale all the way up. And we'll bring our strap off to the side. And that feels good. If you want to give yourself a little bit of shoulder rolls after that, just to move some of that prana that you've shook up in those spaces, go for it. From here, we're going to come into a tabletop, nice and slow. We're going to tuck our toes and push up and back, bringing our chest and our thighs together, or aim for that. If that doesn't happen, that's okay. And just enjoying this modified downward dog. I find a lot of spaciousness in my upper back when I'm in this pose. You can also come up right onto the balls of your feet and really stretch out the bottoms and arches of your feet, which can feel good. And then when you're ready, you can start to straighten your legs a little bit and then pedal your feet here. Really enjoying this nice massage of the backs of your legs. If your heels don't reach the floor, that's okay. If your legs don't come fully straight, that's also okay if you need to keep your knees bent. And then we'll come into stillness for 3 breaths. From here, we're going to, you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Walk our hands to our feet. And we're gonna come into a ragdoll. So bring your feet hip width apart. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like. Drape the top half of your body over the lower half of your body. You can have your palms up, or if you'd like, you could cross your arms. And just enjoy this inversion. If you'd like, you can also sway from side to side. Having your knees as bent or as straight. This feels best for you in your body. Let your head get really heavy. Allow the lengthening of the cervical. Feels really nice. My hips and my low back. Man. If you were waving back and forth, come to stillness. And just allow gravity to work its magic on your body. If you feel at any time that you need to take a big sigh out of your mouth, go for it. It's a really great way to release things that no longer serve us or stagnant energy. And here we'll bring our hands to the floor with your knees bent or straight, whichever you're at. And we will once again walk our hands out in front of us. Coming into plank, you can always bring your knees to the floor here. We are going to do a knees, chest, chin, nice and slow. And coming on to our bellies. Landing softly. From here, we're going to make our way into Sphinx Pose. So our elbows are going to be underneath of our shoulders. Our hips are engaged with the floor. Our legs are still active and our feet are pressing into the floor. Nice tall spine here. Gaze should be forward, but not so much that you're wrenching your neck. You can have a nice soft drishti or gaze or focal point. Or if it feels good to keep your eyes closed, you can do that too. I definitely keep my eyes closed a lot when I'm doing yoga. It just helps me tap into what's happening on other levels and allows me to listen to my internal dialogue just a bit more. And we're making sure that our hands are really have a good grip on the mat, our palms are on the mat, and we're going to magnetize our hands towards our hips. This will pull our chest forward, allowing this back bend to create space, pulling it more out of the thoracic spine so we're not dumping into the low back. Hi. What's going on? All right, we'll slowly come down. Stack our hands one on top of the other. Come into Crocodile Pose. We're gonna bring our feet into the air, bending our knees. And we're just gonna windshield wiper our legs from side to side. And we'll bring our feet back to the floor. And we'll roll onto our backs and come to seated. Taking our time, nice and slow. And from here we can come into Cobbler's pose, or Badakanasana. So we're going to make a diamond shape with our feet together and our knees bent. And this is really nice to open up our inner thighs. If you're finding that your knees are really high up and that feels uncomfortable, you can put pillows or blankets or anything like that, or you can just hold your legs as well. If it feels good, you can bounce your knees gently, nice and slowly. Doctor, you're being very distracting. You can bounce your knees a little bit. The closer your feet are to your pelvis, the more saturation you might feel, or the more intensity you might feel in your inner thighs. So if it's really a lot, you can bring your feet out farther, and that should help alleviate some of that sensory rich feeling. So take a moment, bounce your knees. If that doesn't feel good, you can definitely just keep your knees static, or your thighs static. I like to start off with this just because I feel like it introduces more blood flow into these spaces. But it's really up to you, it's your practice. So try both ways. If something doesn't really resonate with you, that's okay. But eventually I will come to stillness. While we have our legs bent, we'll keep our left leg bent and we will straighten our right foot out in front. If you'd like, you can bring your foot into the inner line of your right leg. We're going to come into a forward fold. So So make sure that you've got good contact with your sit bones in the floor. Toes are pointed up on your right foot. Inhale, our arms up. Exhale, fold gently. We're hinging from our hips. Our heart is pulling forward. And wherever you find that minimum edge, that beginning of sensation of, oh yeah, I feel that in the back of my leg, we'll stop there. If you'd like to put your hands on yoga blocks or books or something, you can. Just find an arm position that feels good to you. No rush to touch your toes or have your belly to your thigh, nothing like that. Just enjoy this lengthening. These beautiful, nourishing movements. If you need to adjust while you're in this pose, by all means. On your exhale, try to let something go, whether it's thoughts or tension or something you're holding that you no longer need. On your next inhale, you will rise. That is so good. And we'll do that on the other side, nice and slowly moving in and out of these poses. It's one of the reasons why I really like gentle yoga is because every transition, every movement is really calculated and the awareness is there and there's no rush. It's really nice. So once again, set yourself up. Hi. Hello. And remember that each side's going to be different, so drop any expectations of what you think you should do and just enjoy wherever you land. So we'll inhale, our arms up nice and tall. Exhale, fold, hinging from the hips, heart pulls forward. And wherever you land, that's where you're at. And that's where you're supposed to be. Toes are still actively pointing to the sky. And make sure if you notice that your foot is turning out to the side or it's internally rotating, that we want to keep it pretty much in the center. Allowing yourself to be in this moment. Being able to allow this pose to reveal whatever it needs to show you. Next inhale, we will slowly rise. we're going to keep our right leg extended, and we're going to bend our left knee, bringing it flat to the floor. Left hand's on the floor. We're going to inhale our right arm up. Exhale, we're going to twist, and you can either hug your knee. This is a really lovely twist. If you would like something a bit deeper, you can bring your fingertips closer to behind you and hook your elbow to the outside of your knee and gently push against your knee to deepen the twist, looking over your shoulder. Both sit bones should still be on the floor. Nice tall spine. If you're having difficulty breathing in this pose, maybe come out of it a little bit more. Exhale, we will release. Bring our left leg straight, right leg bent. Doing the same pose on the other side, inhaling our left arm up. Exhale, we'll twist. Really breathing into your belly here, wringing out your stomach. Help digest that food and those thoughts and that energy with this yummy, yummy twist. Next exhale, we will release. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. Again, being very mindful of this movement, we can grab the backs of our thighs, rolling onto our spines, coming into Shavasana, or corpse pose. Whew. Nice and slow. Making sure there's a nice spaciousness between your shoulders, that your neck isn't crunched, and just drop into yourself. We allow all of that prana and that wisdom that we've shook up within ourselves to arrange itself accordingly. Our intuition already knows how to do all of this, so it's like breathing, it's automatic. Allow your face to soften. The space behind your eyes relaxes. Your mouth and your jaw and your shoulders. Your stomach and your glutes all release. If you have more time, I strongly suggest pausing the video, having a longer Shavasana, But if you feel like you're ready, you can introduce some movement into your fingers and your toes. Give yourself a great big stretch like you do in the morning. Bringing your knees to your chest one at a time. And then rolling to whichever side feels best. Taking a moment there. And then we'll make our way back to seated. You can close your eyes here or have a soft gaze. And just once again observe your experience at this time. Bring your hands to heart center, bowing our heads, thanking ourselves for doing something healthy for our bodies, minds, and energetic bodies as well. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to assist in your yoga practice today. Wherever this life takes you, know that you are seen, you are loved, and you are divine. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like Maple Flavored Yoga.